This is the Jeff Crilley Show on Talk Radio 1190 AM.
Those crazy nights, I do remember.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Jeff Crilley Show. I love the tagline on their website, "Take your game to the next level with MVP Vodka," created by all Americans and pro athletes who have tasted victory at the highest level. My guests, BJ Johnson and TJ Glover from MVP Vodka. Welcome to the Jeff Crilley Show.
Appreciate you having us,
Yes,
Jeff.
definitely appreciate it.
Okay, so I have to ask you, how did the idea get started? Were you all sitting around having a drink one night and said we could do better, or what happened?
It was never an idea, actually. People ask us that all the time. What happened was I had actually your first guest, Larry Hamilton. I was letting him know there's a developer that me and my father that is a client of ours.
No kidding.
So a mutual lawyer of his that we knew reached out to me about some investments. He knew I had a bunch of players that I went to UT with that were still in the league and just retiring. He wanted us to look at some investment deals, and so I brought it to him. And then the guys, they looked at all the deals that were in the package, and the one that stood out the most to them was the Vodka deal. So we had about 8 or 9 guys fly up to Dallas, sat down with the lawyer and the company that is here from Dallas, and it kind of just fell through. Things didn't work out right. And long story short, there was some stuff that went bad, and I don't want to put people's business out there like that.
Sure.
And so one day, once it was over with, we weren't doing anything. Roy just called me, our partner, who's not here, that played for the Cowboys. He called me and said, "Hey, let's just do it on our own," and we kind of just jumped out into the ocean and started swimming. So,
Roy is Roy Williams.
It's not the Oklahoma Roy; it's the Roy from Texas. People ask us that all the time; they get them confused.
And you actually have a long history with Roy Williams. Why don't you explain?
Yeah, me and Roy, we go all the way back. I want to say high school. I mean, we played at UT together. First time I met him was at a track meet. Actually, we ran the 100 against each other. And, you got to imagine me being from the city and seeing this big country black dude with hazel eyes, which were contacts that took me like 3 years to find out. Just seeing, him, just the pure strength and athletic ability that he had. And so once we decided to, we wanted to team up and go to UT together and kind of get UT's football program back on track, we've been friends ever since.
Okay, TJ, let's bring you in on this. Describe how you guys are differentiating yourself from all the other high-end vodkas that are out there.
Really just going through the sports theme. There's, everyone does their campaigns for different sports and different things like that. With all of us being former college All-Americans and having a chance to play pro sports, we wanted to do something out for athletes, for the sports fan, something that year-round they could get into, but then also about a lifestyle,
Yes.
Not just about sports. We definitely, when you say MVP, sports comes out in mind, but just telling people just to elevate their lifestyle, whatever lifestyle that you live it to the fullest and be an MVP at that.
That's awesome. Now, we're not allowed to drink on the air, but can you describe the taste?
Well, first of all, that's unfortunate. Second of all, if you wanna take something that's comparable to it, it's comparable to Kettle One.
Okay.
Kettle One is a European wheat. We are a West Texas wheat from Plainview. But our lemon berry, which just came out this January, has been really hot right now. And it's more of a citrusy strawberry kind of taste. It's lemon and strawberry. So, right now that's the one that's been kicking everybody on the butt, So there's only one other brand that's like that, Vodka. They call it strawberry lemonade, but it doesn't compare to our taste
Totally
at all.
different profile.
Well, I know a lot of athletes have trouble making a transition from the athletic field to the business world. It requires different disciplines, but I would have to believe that your competitive nature and all the discipline that it took to become an all-star on the field has helped you.
Well, it actually isn't much different, to be honest. If you think about it, you have to be competitive in business, right? You have to get up every day and fight for what you eat. And so it's no different in football. Every day you waking up, somebody's trying to take your spot. And so in the vodka game, there's always somebody coming out with a new brand, trying to push a new brand. So you're constantly competing, constantly trying to cover the market, constantly trying to find ways to take advantage and get people to, look at your product and try your product. So
That's
it's
awesome.
Very competitive.
And TJ, I know that it's hard often to get onto the liquor shelves or get into the the back of the bar. What's the What's the secret to getting widespread adoption of MVP vodka?
I think the thing that works for us is we don't have a lot of reps out there doing it. They're seeing our faces. We're showing up at the stores. We're showing up at the bars and restaurants and talking to them personally, and not sending someone else to do it. So that's gone a long way for us. Doesn't go a long way at home when we're always on the road.
Not at all.
But I mean, it does keep us busy. But we're out there doing it ourselves, and a lot of people really respect that.
Well, I have to believe that a lot of research goes into creating your recipes. Do you guys have to sample a lot to come up with the winning recipes?
Yes, and you have to sample it on an empty stomach.
Oh, really?
Right. So you have to have your palate right? So if you've been eating or drinking a bunch of stuff, your palate's not going to be right. So it's normally early in the morning when we're doing it. So we tried rye products, potato, corn, all kind of products. And so what we came to the conclusion is that wheat just had a better taste profile. It was a lot smoother. And we wanted to make sure that it was a Texas product. So
and
we
it's
wanted
not
to make
what
sure
you
that
think.
we
We're
get
not
product
just
from West
taking
Texas.
shots at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
when your friends call you up, they say, "What do you do for a living these days?" "Oh, I drink."
well, technically, but not technically. It's a sip. You're not supposed to take a full shot. You just got to kind of taste it, kind of like you do wine.
It's called quality control.
Yeah,
you don't
definitely.
want them to get a bad batch, right?
Definitely.
You got to taste it, make
That's
sure
right.
it's right.
And you can't go around calling yourself MVP if your product is terrible. So you got to work on tasting it.
Exactly. I think a lot of people would be surprised that the Texas vodka industry is so strong because traditionally people think about Russian vodka as kind of a premium brand, but with Tito's, I mean, Texas is really making a mark, isn't it?
Yeah, Tito opened up the door, man, and he gave everybody a chance. And so just to kind of the profile and the way that he's put it out there to the world, I mean, he's huge now. So, I mean, we're just following in his footsteps. So if we could just get 5% of his market, we'll be okay.
Wow. For those who are not familiar, now Tito's, when you say he opened the door, he went from store to store, bar to bar, decades ago.
Yeah, Tito actually was, when we were in college, he was actually doing tailgates at our actual football games.
No kidding.
We actually have some friends of ours whose parents used to drink some of the Tito's that he was first bringing out at those tailgates.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, where is it available right now?
It's available at all specs, Total Wine, Goody Goody. You got some local places like Fossil Creek.
What is it? Lucky
Liquors. So all over the Metroplex. It's in Houston, in San Antonio. We're in El Paso, West Texas, East Texas. We're also in Nevada. We're in Las Vegas. We presented to MGM International last year, and so we got in their beverage program. So we're in their beverage program for the next 2 years. So we're authorized to sell through all their hotel properties in the country.
Oh, no kidding.
So that includes Mississippi, Maryland, Michigan, Atlantic City. So we're currently in Bellagio Hotel. We're in Planet Hollywood. We're in the Mirage. We're coming in Mandalay Bay. So we've been back and forth to Vegas a lot this year. We just did Bo Jackson's golf tournament last week. We had a bottle signing at Total Wine with Terrell Owens out there in Vegas.
That's awesome.
So so we're constantly on the move out there in Vegas. We just got approved for Louisiana. So hopefully that should be opening up in July in Colorado as well.
One thing big for us with the MGM thing is we were the first minority company to get accepted into the MGM beverage program.
Really? Congratulations.
And not just minority, just African American. We're the
African-American
only ones that are in their beverage program.
Was that hard? I mean, was that making that sale, was that difficult?
Honestly, it wasn't. Business is all about relationships, right? And we just kept going back and forth and just kind of cultivating relationships with the right people. And then once we presented them something that no one else had and something else that no one else was offering. And just to see athletes doing what we were doing and bringing the kind of athletes that we can to their properties and to their events and to their venues, they really liked that a lot. So that kind of helped us.
And I know it's a heavily regulated industry, so is it hard to break into new states? Like, do you have to convince an entire new group of regulators? I
mean, you have some states where, the distributor is the government, and so now you're talking about hiring lobbyists and that, but other than that, we're with the two biggest distributors in the country. We're with Southern Glazers out in Nevada, and we're with Republic National here. So between the two of them, they cover all 49 states in the mainland. So I don't know about Hawaii. But other than that, I mean, it's just constantly finding the right fit for you, because some states also are franchise states. So where, for instance, Nevada, the distributor that we're with, we can never get out of that contract. Basically, we're with them for life. We're married to them for life. So
you had to learn a lot about this industry,
Still
didn't you?
learning.
In a hurry.
Still learning.
yes, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Yeah,
So it is what it is.
Well, I applaud you, because I mean this there are countless stories of professional athletes and people who had huge success, and then they did bad deals and they ended up broke. And so I applaud you guys for what you're doing, and I think you really are setting a shining example for all athletes. You should always be thinking about your backup plan, because you're always one injury away from your career being over.
Well, then, like I told you earlier about Matthew Southwest being a client of ours, me and my father, before I even got to the league, we started our own company when I was in college. Because I already knew once I was done with football, I knew what I wanted to do. And I knew I didn't want to work for nobody, so I knew that for sure. So I said, let's make sure we set something up so that we can at least work with each other. And so, so I agree. You need to have that game plan already ready to go.
Well, I'm going to give you guys a chance to name drop. Who are some NFL celebrities who like your vodka?
Well, one last week is, I don't know if I should say his name, but
what does it rhyme with?
I'll give it to you. Lawrence Taylor loved our product last week.
No
I
kidding.
mean, when we were out there in Vegas, I mean, he just kept giving me his cup over and over. He wouldn't even say anything. He just gave me his cup. He was loving the lemon berry. So, guys like that. You had
Anthony Anderson did a plug for us.
Yep.
Does Tiger Woods like it? No, I'm sorry. That was wrong.
I bet he would.
Too soon.
It's never too soon. It's never too soon. But then we do Matthew McConaughey's golf tournament every year down in Austin. He loves the product. I actually tried to.
All right.
Yeah, I tried to sneak him away from his Campari brand with Wild Turkey in the bathroom this past year. So we got a lot of guys. I mean, we got UT guys that come out and support us. We got baseball guys. We got a bunch of Ranger guys. Jose Guzman, we do his golf tournament here in Dallas, out in South Lake. So, we get a lot of support from a lot of ex players, man. So
That's
it's been good.
cool. What's Matthew McConaughey like? Is he?
He's cool. He's
Fun
cool,
guy.
man. I remember my freshman year, we were sitting watching tape, and a door opens in the receiver room. And the coach cuts the light on, and we're looking around like, why you cut the light on? And I look up, and here's Matthew McConaughey sitting right next to me. And we literally been friends ever since, because his family is from where my family is from in Longview. So we have a lot of things in common, yeah. So, I mean, he's really down to earth, man, really cool, man. And his wife is beautiful.
Would he ever do an endorsement for you, or is that big bucks?
Well, like I said, that's why I trapped him in the bathroom a couple months ago to see if I can get him away from Wild Turkey. But I have to wait till that contract expires.
He's got
until
about a
we can
year
do
left
so.
on that deal. Then
Yeah. So hopefully we can get a friend deal, a Longhorn deal.
There you go. Okay, so we've got 1 minute left, so I'll give you guys both kind of final words. The website is
MVPvodka.com. You can go on there and you can check us out. Currently, it's being revamped, so it's probably be back up later this afternoon. But we do have a big MVP's Celebrity Weekend coming up here, July 7th and July 8th. We have a casino night going on with a comedy show at the Omni Hotel, raising money for the Incarnation House and Kayvon Frazier for the Dallas Cowboys, Frazier Cares. And we also have a golf tournament that'll be in Flower Mound at Bridlewood. So you can go on our website and you can sign up, or you can go on Eventbrite and pay for your tickets there as well. And it's all for charity.
outstanding. Guys, thanks for being on the show. We'll have to have you back.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
you.
us.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you all next week. That was awesome.